Hello everybody, I'm on the Dr. Stone episode 5, not 4, 5 anime review. We saw a death, sort of. I mean, it was last week. We'll say it was this week. It was this week. Fine. We got a lot of flashback, and that was about it, really. I mean, some other stuff did happen, but not a lot really happened in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, we'll start at the beginning. I still enjoyed it. Probably should have mentioned that first. And even if not that much happened, it was enjoyable. Not much, you know. Does that make sense? I'm gonna say that makes sense. Anyway, let's crack on with this shebang at the beginning, and we'll move forward. Let's do this. So, remember what happened last week? Senku's dead. That's where we're at. Before that, though, we see this alternate past where Tsukasa was their friend as well, which, you know, that was kind of cool. I appreciated that. But then we get Rip Senku again. He's dead. Yep. There's some tears, you know, because Senku's dead. He's definitely dead, guys. He's not coming back. But yeah, Taiju is angry, lifts a rock up and throws it. He says he's calm. He throws the rock in the air. Tsukasa is focused on Taiju. Yuzuriha, I'm checking my notes just to make sure I got this right. Yuzuriha throws the black powder at him. The rock lands, makes sparks, which makes the big explosion. Tsukasa's fine though, and the other two escape with their life. Well, they run away with Senku's body is basically what happens. So yeah, despite how little I made that sound, that encompassed a lot of the episodes. So that's what I mean when I say not a lot really happened, but a lot happened. You know what I mean? Probably not. What happened next? They're in a secure location, which is just by a tree. They're trying to revive Senku. They're doing you know, chest compressions and mouth to mouth and all that other stuff, and then Yuzuri has his neck, man, his neck. He got hit in the neck. But then they have a little bit of a flashback. They're like, Senku would never sacrifice himself to save anyone. He would make sure everybody lived. So they're like, okay, there's obviously there's a way he's alive, right? He wouldn't have, you know. But then they were saying that Senku baited Tsukasa towards his neck because he kept cracking his neck, which is, they play all his neck cracks back, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess he did do that a lot. It just never clicked for me. But yeah, then they check his neck. There's a tiny bit of stone still there, and then they use the fluid, because if you use the fluid, it heals the little wounds that are in your body. So if we heal the fluid, we could heal his neck. So they do it. They're like, live Senku, live, and then we go to a break, and we don't even get to see if it works. I'm willing to bet it works because if they killed him off, I don't know how. I'd be like, how has no one spoilt that? He's not dead. I have about 98% sure he's going to survive. So if he doesn't, I'm gonna look like a fool. Last part of the episode is just a big old flashback, basically. So it's of Senku waking up originally. You know, when he was the first stone person to wake up. But he preserved his spot where he woke up, and then there was a bunch of monkeys. The monkey commentary during this whole section, by the way, was okay, surely they should be speaking monkey and not Japanese. I don't know what to say. But yeah, then he writes down the date, tries to make fire doing the twiddly stick thing. You know, where you go like that with a stick. But he can't do it because he's not as good as the other two, basically. Then he smashes some rocks to make some tools. He makes an axe, it's flipping Minecraft stone axe time. Yeah, monkey commentary. Using the tools he made to create fire, which is good. Made a load of other stuff like traps for hunting, because he can't chase down animals himself because he's not athletic. He's a science man. So he sets traps instead to get the food. And then he makes a load of stuff. Also, he builds his tree house, and that's where we end. We end at the beginning. I think I was actually in the title. It was end of the beginning of the stone world or something. It was something like that. There was a stone world in there, and it said beginning, or did it say end? There was time involved in the title. But anyway, that was the episode. This has been short, so I'm probably gonna give more overall thoughts. I guess I'll talk about how I like the show so far. I like it, you know. Like I said, I've said every single episode since. I think first episode I was a little bit underwhelmed. But since then, I've been yeah, this is good. It's different from everything else that's airing at the moment, which is that's fine. You know, if something's different, it stands out. It's easier to watch. It's not like watching 7 isekais, which, don't do that. But yeah, anyway, that was this week's episode. I'm curious to see what happens now. The next episode is called like the Two Nations or something. So I'm gonna guess like you're gonna have Team Senku have a nation, and then like Team Tsukasa maybe have a nation, or it's gonna be Team Senku and that lady, I think it was a lady with the smoke signals, or she's gonna come pick them up, and then they're all gonna fight Tsukasa. I have no idea what they're gonna do, but I'm interested to find out. That is for sure. That's one thing this show does very well. It keeps me interested, even if, well, how do you describe it? Even if there's not too much happening, I'm still interested to see what happens next. So, yeah, that'll probably about do it. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did enjoy it, subscribe and stuff. Where's the subscribe button now? They change YouTube all the time. Like, they changed Twitter. You've seen that? It's terrible. Yeah, but thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next week. And bye, guys.